going to share some of my favorite stretches with you. You can do these very quickly. You can hold them for 3 to 5 breaths, but I'm just going to show you how I warm up in the mornings when I'm not going to a yoga class. No mat needed, no yoga pants, just pop a squat with me on the floor for just a few minutes. First, I always like to stretch out my wrists. I'm on my phone, I'm driving a lot, I'm in the car, typing, so my hands always seem to feel like they're tense and ready to choke somebody. But in the morning, I like to stretch them out. So taking my fingertips back towards me, I just like to lean back a little bit. And I feel this right down the forearm, and it's, I don't want to force something yet. It's still early in the morning, so I'm just kind of trying to feel it right now. Maybe it's out to the sides, fists with thumbs forward, whatever just feels good, all the way down, taking the hands totally different direction, but just getting my wrists warmed up. I like to do forearm stands, I like wheel, and just having a little bit of that flexibility and dexterity in my wrists is important to me. So I like to stretch them out here, just a few breaths, not forever. And then I'm gonna slowly head back to a child's pose. I like wide leg child's pose. I have a little bit of a belly and a bigger chest than some of my yoga teacher friends. This way, everything comes down, but instead of just dropping to the ground like you see in a yoga class, I like to take my hands wide into these spider hands or claw hands and just get some movement into the shoulders. My groin and my legs are starting to stretch. At the same time I am here. And then I like to walk the hands over to one side. And while I'm on the right side, I push down into the left glute, to the left hip, getting a beautiful stretch in that side bend area. Breathing deeper, sighing it out, moving circulation, energy, my prana, my chi, all the good stuff. Just stretching it out. Sometimes I'll take this child's pose and turn temple to temple, getting a little bit of movement on my neck. And when I feel like I've done enough, I'll come up to all fours. Now here, a lot of times we go straight into cat-cow and people, that's great. I like different movement at first. So I kind of do a little hula, bringing my hips down to the ground, a little bit of an arch, starting to push that ground away, getting into my shoulders. And it's interesting because when I go the other way, I almost have to think about it. It just isn't natural to go the other way for me. So I have to work a little bit harder, engaging the brain early in the morning. And just moving, swaying side to side, letting just things feel natural, listening to the body where it wants to go. I'm 46, so my body really talks to me in the morning, lets me know what is stiff, what needs some attention. And then I'll take it to the cat-cows. So flat back, making sure wrist, elbow, shoulders stack. Take your inhale. Exhale, tuck pelvis, push the ground away. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale, pushing the ground away. Taking this with your breaths. The length of the inhale is the length of the movement. The length of the exhale is the length of the movement. Then again, any other movement my spine might need. Before I take that leg out into an extended table. So I usually take my right leg out first, plant the foot, plant my left hand down and swing my arm open for a beautiful twist. If you want to look down at the hand, you can. If extending and the shoulder does not feel good, you can always, feels like your hand sliding into your back pocket, like you're putting money in your back pocket. Whatever feels good first here. Enjoy. Stay here for a few breaths. Maybe wrap the hand. Whatever feels good. Taking it to the other side, bringing the knee in. Left leg extends, right hand supports. And make sure you're not twisting way out here. We want to bring that hand underneath us when we twist. Again, if it's money in the back pocket, or even wrapping the arm around to find the other hip. Whatever feels good here for you, first thing in the morning, and enjoying a few breaths as you do. And maybe going back to your cat-cows or your hulas. Your back will let you know which direction it wants to move. Your body wants to move. And let it move. Going back to that right side, I'm going to take my right foot and curtsy behind me. Just pumping the heel, feeling a little bit in the calf. And then if I really want to stretch, find stability. Walk the hands to the side and lower the chest down. And I immediately fire. Feel this on this side. Stretching early. This might be a little too early for this one. Taking it and breathing. Stretching through. Coming back on up. And now again, if you like that twist again, you can take the foot all the way out. See if there's any more in that twist, if there's any more range of motion. Being careful, I hyperextend my elbows. So just trying to give a little bit of love there, a little micro bend, so I'm not turning the elbow completely out. Our bodies are shaped so uniquely, but sometimes we can do a little bit of damage. And then sitting this one back this time, and then feeling on the inside, my hamstring, right around my knee. You might feel it somewhere else. Maybe you'll feel it in the arch of the foot or the ankle. Just be gentle wherever you are. Coming back up. Other side for the left foot. Curtsy behind. And again, if you want to pump the heel and the calf, or take it all the way long, nice and slow. This side does not burn half as much as my other side. My non-dominant side always lets me know that I am not practicing equally. Whatever stretch feels good, wherever you are. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's just what feels good for your body today. My practice today might be completely different than tomorrow. One day I can get into crow, and the next day I face plant. And that's kind of the beauty of just respecting the body and where you are. Take the foot back out, head to that twist. See how this side feels again. Better. Hopefully better. Again, watching that elbow, making sure I'm not getting too crazy, too hyperextended with it. Something I always have to pay attention to, knees and elbows. And then walking it, and if you like, pushing it back, setting it down. Slowly coming up for your last little cat-cows. Anything you've already done today that you feel like you like to do again, take the time, enjoy it. Finally, I sit back on my heels, and if this doesn't feel great for you, you can always take a block and sit on the block, lifting the hips up just a little bit more, a little less pressure onto the knees. Hand can come down, lifting into the side bend, stretching that out here. And if knees are absolutely uncomfortable and you hate having the knees bent, just take it to your easy seat. And that way you can do the same thing, stretching over to the side or over to the block. And if you like to use the block when you come down, bending the elbow, you can use a block, a pillow, a blanket, whatever you need. And if you'd like, I don't even know why, but I always say stir the chowder. Stir the chowder. Just making sure that back is completely stretched out and ready to go for your morning. Enjoy.